Welcome to class. This class today is going to be with the foam roller. This class was by special request from one of my favorite clients, and she loves the foam roller, so I'm going to do a full body workout with the roller. If you don't have a roller, you can grab like a really big thick beach towel you can roll up to mimic the roller, and you're just going to have to be a little bit creative as we go through. I'm going to get you to line up your roller lengthwise on the mat, and we're going to start lying down. My favorite part of the foam roller is relaxing. So we'll get you kind of warmed up, a little bit of opening through the chest and the shoulders, and then we'll get into the good stuff, right? So you're lying flat on your back. Make sure your head is completely rested on the roller, and your spine, your total spine is resting completely on the roller. Your legs are going to be hip width apart. If you feel unstable, you can bring your feet and knees wider, and then just reach the arms, that feels good, out to the side, palms facing the ceiling, and just bring yourself into a position where you feel like your shoulders are reaching a little bit away from your ears, and your chest is just relaxing away from the ceiling. And I want you just to, before we do anything, just rock your pelvis a little bit towards you and away from you. So pressing your lower back into the roller and then arching it away. Just trying to get a little bit of movement in the spine, going in basically from a neutral imprint spine. And then I want you to find a neutral pelvis, okay? The neutral pelvis, if you're not sure, quickly, you can put your heels on your hands, fingertips on your hip bones, put your head up, and those three bones should be pretty much level with each other, okay? There's normally a small little gap between your lower back and the roller. And we'll start with our breathing, taking deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth, trying to send that oxygen to the side and back of your ribs. So it's more like a breathing laterally as opposed to breathing up into the top of your chest. You want to feel a stretch in the ribs and those little muscles in between the ribs. And just allowing the shoulders to relax from the ceiling. And just almost like your shoulder blades are wrapping around the roller. And hopefully you're starting to feel the tension release from the front of the shoulders. And then add your pelvic tilt on your exhale, squeezing in through the abdominals and then releasing on your inhale. So just feeling feeling the hip bones slide slightly up towards your rib cage as you tilt your pelvis. And I want you to think sinking your abdominals in towards your belly button. So you're just trying to tighten through the abs a little bit. And it's not a forceful, I don't want you to jam your back into the roller. It's just a little bit of a rock of the pelvis, back and forth. It starts to loosen up the lower back, open up the front of the hips. And then bringing your pelvis back to neutral, we're going to work a little bit through the arms. So you're going to reach the arms straight up, palms facing in, shoulders and the hands are lined up. And on an inhale, I want you to release the arms back, okay? And you can let everything lift. The back can arch, the ribs can lift, just stretch. And then exhale, circle the arms out to the side towards the hips. Inhale, back up and behind. Exhale, circle. And just really think of reaching out through your fingertips as you circle your arms. So you're trying to literally stretch your arms as you circle. It makes a big difference in the stretch. Stretch and reach. Now do the circles, but bend your elbows as you circle. So you're bending the elbows, and then you're straightening them as they come up and behind. You're bending the elbows, and up and behind. We're going to do that one more time. Now we're going to reverse the direction. Straight arms first. So arms come down to your hips, out to the side, palms are still facing the ceiling, and back up. So you're lowering the arms, reaching all the way out and up behind. And then you're going to work elbow bend. So the arms lower to your side, their arms are straight, and then as you start to circle them, I want you to bend them. Bend, 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 and then you reach up. It just gives it a little bit of a different stretch. Don't overthink it. Just kind of go with the movement. This is 3. Once you've reached your third one, I want you to reach your arms along your sides, palms facing the floor. And if your feet are wide, I want you to bring them back so that your feet, knees, hip bones, and shoulders are in one long line. Palms can face down to help give you stability. If you need extra stability, arms can go out to the side this time, okay? On an exhale, I want you to tilt through the pelvis into an imprint, so your low back is gently pressing into the roller. Squeeze the glutes and abdominals, and slowly, and I mean slowly, try to peel your lower back off the roller first. Okay, so your mid-back and your ribs are still on the roller. Then start to peel that mid-back off, so you'll feel the mid-back and ribs lift. And then keep going up just till the weight is pressing in the between your shoulder blades. Breathe in, and exhale, reverse it. So ribs come down first. You got to still keep an imprint in your pelvis, so your pelvic tilt. Roll through your lower back before your tailbone comes down. So this is where you tend to need a lot of abdominal scooping. And then the tailbone should come down and your pelvis should roll back to neutral. So you tilt the pelvis, squeeze the glutes and abdominals, take the low back, pressing it into the roller, then it comes off. And then the mid back comes off until you're resting between the shoulder blades. Take another inhale, and then exhale, reverse it. So the ribs come down. Make sure that lower back touches down. You got to keep that really strong imprint. Don't forget to squeeze your glutes if you're not squeezing them. They're extremely helpful in this one. Last time, tilt, squeeze, abs strong, roll up nice and slow. Take a deep breath, and then roll through. So ribs come down, abdominals kind of sink in towards the center, low back touches down before your tailbone. Awesome. Perfect. Now, bring your pelvis to neutral. If you need your feet wider for stability, you can do that. Your hands are going to clasp behind your head. Make sure you can see those elbows in your peripheral vision. Stay neutral in your pelvis. Exhale, curl the head and shoulders up, and release down. Try to remember that the chest lift or the ab curls aren't initiated by your head lifting. Most people pull their head up first. Think of your movement starting from your center. It's your rib cage moving towards your hips. That'll give you a better abdominal curl, not just for this one, but for all of your abdominal work. Staying neutral, so low back should not be jamming into the roller. 3 more to go. 1, 2, you're going to hold your third one up. Make sure you're still neutral, and then pulse it out for 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then release yourself all the way down. Fantastic. All right, so now I want you to have your arms at your side. I want you to imprint the pelvis so your low back is pressing towards the roller. Lift one knee up so it's bent over your hip. Now, warning, arms out to the side is going to give you way more stability, so if you're not sure, pop them out to the side to start. And then exhale, lift the second leg up. So they're both in tabletop. Okay, so this is quite unstable, this position. True tabletop, knees are bent, and your thighs are vertical. Okay, that's a lot harder. If it's too much, tuck the knees in just a little bit. Then exhale, tap one foot towards the floor and back up, maintaining your imprint. So that low back should feel like it's sunk or pressing towards the floor, or towards your roller. And again, if the arms are closer, you're going to feel the work a little bit more. Try really hard not to grip with your upper body. So your arms are helping you, but you shouldn't feel like you're pressing into the floor and tightening your shoulders and rounding them up to the ceiling. Try to send all the work into the core, into the abdominals. We're going to do one more on each side. Fantastic. When you're done, you're going to bring one foot down at a time. Fabulous. And then we're going to roll off the roller. So we're just going to slide off the roller. And we're going to come up so the roller's at the front of your mat. Your hands are on top. So your hands are on your shoulders, knees are directly under your hips into your tabletop position. Think of lifting the head so it's lined up with the rest of the spine. And I want you on an exhale to tuck your tailbone under, round your spine, and allow the head just to lower slightly. Take a breath in. Exhale, uncurl the tailbone, lengthen up, straighten out the spine. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, tuck and round. Inhale to hold it. Exhale to come up to a straight spine. This time we're going to add on your inhale. You're going to just lift that chest up and forward a little bit and lift the chin up. Just so you're going into a bit of extension. That's your inhale. And then your exhale, tuck, round the spine. Breathe in to hold. Exhale to uncurl into your straight spine, watching your shoulder tension. Inhale, let the chest lift up and forward. So you get that nice stretch, and then exhale, tuck the tailbone under, around the spine, lower that head, and just think of separating your shoulder blades now. Take an inhale, exhale again, uncurl, lengthen out. The inhale, you're gonna lift the chest up and forward, lifting the chin slightly, feel that stretch. Last time, exhale, tuck and around. Feel those shoulder blades separating as you press your hands into the roller. And then you're gonna exhale, come back into just a straight spine. Once you're in your straight spine, sit towards your heels, so your back is still straight, and then press the roller forward, lowering your head and chest to get one last little stretch. Nice. All right, we'll roll yourself up, and we're going to use the roller for our half roll back. So you're going to bend the knees with the feet shoulder width apart, hands on the edges of the roller. Roller's going to come straight out, chest height. I would suggest bending your elbows slightly. It's a little bit more comfortable, and I want you to sit up nice and tall, right on top of your sit bones. All right, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, gently press your hands into the edges of the roller and tuck and roll off your sit bones. So you're balanced on your tailbone. Take an inhale, then exhale. I want you to restack the spine up. Take a breath in, exhale, tuck and roll. Inhale, exhale, restack that spine up. So think of the movement starts with the pelvis as you roll back. So you're tucking to roll back. You're holding that position, and then you start to uncurl your tailbone from the pelvis, right? The pelvis, then you restack the low, mid, and upper back. Two more. Roll it back. Inhale. Exhale, uncurl, lengthen up. One more time. Pull those abdominals in, and then think uncurl the tailbone first to bring you up into a nice straight spine. This time roll back and hold it. We're going to add rotation. So on an exhale, I want you to twist to one side, but don't let your legs move. Okay, now it's not your arms reaching to the side, you're rotating through your rib cage. So if you draw an imaginary line from the center of your chest to the center of your roller, keep those points lined up. So the twist is literally the rib cage. It's not reaching your arms back. If they're going right back behind you, you're reaching too far. It's all obliques. It's all that twist. We're going to do one more on the other side. When you come into the center, I want you to relax your shoulders, tuck your tailbone under, take an inhale, reach the roller up. As you exhale, lower the roller. As it passes your eyes, I want you to fold over your hips and legs, reach the roller towards your feet. Restack your spine up straight. Exhale, roll back. This time just inhale, reach the roller up. Exhale as it lowers and passes your face, draw the abs in, scoop forward. You might recognize this from the short box of the reformer. Instead of the roller, you're holding a pole. Inhale up. Exhale lower, draw the ribs almost back as you flex forward. Restack it up last time, roll it back. Inhale up. Exhale lower, scoop forward. Restack it up, amazing, and then relax it down. Bring the roller now behind your back. So we're going to lean back on the roller. It should be below your shoulder blades, definitely. It shouldn't be under your lower back. Okay, everyone's going to have a little play around with the position. Knees are bent, hip distance apart, neutral pelvis. So I don't want you just kind of tucked under. You can see I want you to have that little bit of a natural curve in your lower back. Hands are going to clasp behind the head. You're going to inhale, lower back over the roller. So that should feel like possibly a little bit of a stretch. And then exhale, crunch up without tilting your pelvis. So your pelvis doesn't move. When you're leaning back, remember, don't lead it with your head. It's all coming from your center, from your middle, your spine. So you're extending back over the roller and then up. Your abdominals should be engaged. It's easy to cheat on this one and just kind of flex up and down. Okay? The idea is to tighten the abdominals, and at the top, the temptation will be to tilt your pelvis. Don't tilt it. Keep it neutral. That's where you work your stability, right? We're going to hold the next curl up. So you're going to curl up and hold it. So you're neutral. I had to check there, neutral. Exhale, twist to one side. Little spine twist. Breathe into the center. Little obliques. Think of your legs and hips staying still. So when you twist, you're trying to isolate the movement from the ribs. To really concentrate. Even I can catch myself sometimes moving my hips. Just think you're moving through that spine. One more on each side. You come back to the center, keep your hands clasped, and this is the nice part. You're going to lift your bum up, and then use your legs to roll that roller up and down the spine. So from the middle of the shoulder blades to just below, or just above your lower back. Just give it a couple nice rolls. It just feels good. Gives your back a little bit of a break. And then I want you to come back into your start position. So bum comes down, roller is still about middle back. It's below the shoulder blades. You're neutral in your pelvis to start. Hands are still behind the head. I want you to imprint now. So pelvic tilt, lift one knee up. So it's over the hips. Curl up into an abdominal curl. Okay, I want you to really, really hold that curl. Now reach your arms out on an angle. Okay, so you should be working to hold yourself up. Don't just chill out here. Curl up, and then exhale, reach your leg out. Inhale in. This is a version of a single leg stretch. It's actually, like I said, easy to cheat on it. But I really want you to focus on holding yourself up. So reaching out, two more. Bring that leg down, switch legs, okay? So exhale, reach, and up. So a little bit of hip work, and up. Curl. So really hold yourself up in this position. Two more. Last time. Perfect. This is where it gets tricky. Keep your curl. Lift one knee up, okay? Don't change anything in your upper body. Lift the other leg up. You can almost see me going. You got to really engage everything in. Reach your arms on that angle. Perfect. Exhale, reach one leg out straight and high. Bring it in. If this is too much, go back to what we were doing with one foot on the ground. If you don't feel your abs and you feel your back, you might want to put that foot down or engage the abdominals a bit more. That leg does not have to go high or does not have to go low, right? I'm not pushing my leg very low and I am burning my abs. Two more on each leg. One, two, we got one more on each leg to go. Really squeeze in, last time. Perfect, and then you can bring your feet down. Quick roll again. Oh yeah, that's good. This is my favorite part. It's just a nice way to work in a little bit of mobility and just a little bit of stretch. All right, now we're up. Okay, roller's gonna go to the front of your mat and you're gonna lie on your stomach. Do a little bit of back extension or upper back extension. So legs are gonna be hip width apart, arms are gonna reach out, your hands are just a little bit wider than your shoulders, thumbs facing the ceiling, okay? Head is gonna start between the arms. I want you just literally to inhale, shrug your shoulders up to your ears. The roller will move, and then slide your shoulders away from your ears. So you're just shrugging your shoulders up and down. And then exhale down. Inhale up. And down. Feel the shoulder blades moving up the spine on your inhale and down on the exhale. Now draw the shoulders down and hold them there. So you should just feel like you're not, I don't want your shoulders lifted up to your ears. I just want a nice space between the ears and the shoulders. I want you to press that pubic bone gently into the mat and see if you can contract the little muscles between your shoulder blades. And on an inhale, I just want you to lift that chin and chest up a little bit. So your eye line goes towards your roller, and then you exhale down. So this is upper back extension. So inhale, up. Exhale, lower. So this is not our swan dive. This is not where we come all the way up into lower back extension. It's just that lift up of the chest and forward. These are all the muscles that are hunched over all day while you're at your desk or sitting on the couch. Whatever you might be doing during this lockdown, I think hopefully most of us are back to work in one way, shape, or form. Two more. This is just a nice way to open up that chest. Last time. Now you're going to hold one up. So you're going to lift yourself up on your inhale. And then you're going to exhale, bend the elbows, keep them lifted, roll the roller towards you, and away. 3 times. Exhale, inhale away. One more time. Exhale, inhale away, and exhale lower. One more round there. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, bend. Watch your shoulders don't shrug up and down when you move the roller. 2, 3, and release it down. Bring yourself up and onto the hands and knees, and then just take your hands on top of the roller. We're just doing a little bit of a stretch. So hands are going to go in the center of the roller. I want you to sit towards your heels, not right on them, but towards them, about halfway back. Take your take your right arm, thread it underneath you and across. So your right shoulder is going towards the floor, and press the roller forward with your left arm. So your hands are almost reaching away from each other, so you're pushing the roller forward with your left arm, reaching across the body with the right arm. And then you're going to come up and you're going to try the other side. So same thing, right? You're going to reach across and press forward. Okay? And again, you're trying to reach the back of your shoulder towards the floor. This is a nice little spine stretch. Alrighty, and then bring it all the way up. Now we're going to be doing some roll-ups. So we're going to use the roller today under the ankles. So you want your feet and legs hip width apart. Roller's right at the front of the mat. Excuse me. Grab behind the legs and just lift yourself up so you feel like all the weight is on those sit bones and your upper back is nice and straight. It's like your chest is reaching forward. And then I want you to reach your arms in front. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under to roll back. So flex through the feet, press through the heels. Low back should touch down before the middle back. In this position now, you're neutral in your pelvis. So you have a little arch in the low back. When you roll up, you imprint. So you take a deep breath to get ready, and then the exhale to roll all the way up. So you're going to imprint, lower the arms, reach forward. In that nice curved spine, you're reaching forward. You're going to inhale to restack your spine up straight. Exhale, roll back. Low back touches before the middle back. Once your head gets down to the ground, pelvis is neutral. Exhale, roll up, imprint. Reach forward. Inhale, restack up. Exhale, you start to tuck the tailbone under so the low back touches before the mid back. Once you finish, pelvis is neutral. So you're actually going from, you're doing a lot of movement through your low back in this. If you want to make this harder, guys, I'll give you a little step on the way down. You restack, but your arms would reach to the sky. Ideally, keep them reaching up as you come down. So they don't have to stay beside your head, but they have to stay reaching to the sky. Watch the tension in the shoulders and reach those hands right up to the sky. Imprint, imprint, imprint. One more. Woo, getting tired now. Woo. Really focus on that low back touching down before the mid back. So pelvic tilt, pelvic tilt, pelvic tilt. Oh yeah, perfect. Awesome. And then you're going to bend the knees in. And I want you to bring the roller between your heels and your bum. Legs are hip width apart. Okay. And then I want you to take your fingertips on top of the roller. You're going to imprint, lift your legs in a tabletop, glue them together. All right, on an exhale, curl the head and shoulders up. Inhale, release down. This comes too much for the neck. You can just take a hand behind your head. Some people like to have their palms facing inwards. It opens up the shoulders a little bit, whatever's more comfortable. Now you can add leg extension as you reach up. Bend them as you come in. And up. So a version of a double leg stretch. Keep going, but now I want you to separate your knees and toes so your heels are together in your frog position. Curl up, extend the legs straight, squeeze the thighs together. Your feet should always be in that V shape. So as you're coming up, look at your feet, make sure they're together, heels only, and the toes are always apart. Think active legs for 3 more. So squeeze your quads, squeeze your inner thighs together. 2 more. Last time. Perfect, and then release the feet back down. Lift your bum up. Slide the roller underneath your pelvis, not your lower back. So your pelvis is going to probably give you a little bit, or put you in a little bit of extension. So what we do for that is a little bit of a pelvic tilt. So you're bringing yourself basically into a neutral pelvis. Arms at your sides. Legs are going to come up into tabletop. Okay? So I'm just going to move my arms for a second so you can see. I don't want you arched. I want you to feel like your spine is almost straight and you've got a little bit of a pelvic tilt. Basically make sure your abdominals are squeezing and your back is not arching away from the floor. And then I want you to start with toe taps. Now, you do not have to tap all the way to the floor. If you can't maintain this position and tap, like if you start coming out of it, then just tap close to the floor. So I will demonstrate. So you're not touching. Because if you're really tight in the hips, you'll start to feel a stretch with this, and that might pull you out of your imprint. You should be feeling your abdominals connecting the entire time. One more. Now we're going to reach the leg straight. Bend the opposite knee in for a single leg stretch. Switch. Focus again on keeping your imprint, and the space between your hips and ribs should be squeezing in. This is great hip work, and it should be good ab work. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then bring your legs together and straighten them to the ceiling. So the feet are right above the hips. You're still imprinted. The abdominals are still working. I want you to exhale, reach one leg away, keep the other leg still. Then I want you to bend the knee so the foot comes towards the floor. Sweep the floor, bring the leg back up. Other one. So reach out. Inhale, up. Exhale, reach. Sweep, up. This is awesome. If you're tight in the hips, if you're running a lot or sitting a lot, pretty much everyone is either one or the other. It's going to help with the tension in the hips. And up. Make sure you're still imprinted. One more on each side. Reach and sweep. Reach and sweep. Perfect. Now this is my favorite. You exhale, open the legs out in a V. Oh, my foot's having a look outside here. So your feet are wide, your inner thigh should be getting a wicked stretch, and then I want you to flex and point your feet. So those calves get a little bit of stretching. When you're flexing your feet, press through your heels. Really push those heels out. Then to keep your feet flexed, bring your legs back together. Exhale, open. Keep the feet flexed. Inhale, close. Exhale, open. And closed. Open the legs and hold them, and then let your feet turn out as much as you feel comfortable. You can use your hands if you'd like to gently open the legs and just stretch those inner thighs. Perfect. Bring the legs back together so the heels are together. So heels are together, toes are apart, point your feet. Keep yourself imprinted. Perfect. Now, on an exhale, I want you to start to lower both legs slowly, only as low as you can go without arching your back. Slow is key. And then inhale, come back up. So it's exhale, lower without arching the back. Inhale, up. If you go too quickly, you'll tend to kind of pop up. You're not going to get any ab work from it. Squeeze, 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 and up. 3 more. Reach away, 1. 2, and I'm shaking here last time. Oh, there's the shake. And 3. Bring your ankle on your thigh, pull the legs in, give yourself a little stretch. We're in this position, so I thought it'd be a good time to do this stretch. And we're going to work on a little bit of bridging after this, so you'll be nice and loosened up for that one. And then just switch legs. Again, this is another amazing stretch. It's nice in this elevated position. You can always like pop some pillows under your hips. If you don't feel like pulling the roller out to do this stretch, it's really nice.
right, now you're gonna bring the feet down, lift your bum up and slide the roller out. Now just so, as a warning, if your hamstrings do not like this next exercise, do it without the roller, okay? Trust me, it's not worth it. So the feet, knees, hips, and shoulders lined up, okay? The feet are on the roller, but more towards your heels than the balls of your feet, because you're gonna be able to press in through your heels. Arms at your side, palms down. Think of opening up your chest from the ceiling. Your shoulder blades feel resting, like they're resting flat on the mat, and you're neutral. You're gonna exhale, squeeze through the glutes to lift the hips up, pressing the hips. So it's all about the glutes, pressing the hips up, and then lowering straight back down. Squeeze and lift. Another real quick tip, if your hamstrings are cramping, bend your knees more in, possibly, or bend your knees more and bring the roller closer to you, might help. Otherwise, if it's not jiving, just put your feet down. Squeeze the glutes and lift. Try to make sure right and left glute squeezing. If you're not sure, touch your butt, see if it's working. Yep. Hold your next one up. So your hips are lifted, your glutes are squeezed, your abs are connected. Then I want you to lower your hips just a couple inches and lift it up. Right? So you're holding your bridge and just doing almost little pulses. Every time you're pulsing your hips up, your glutes are activating to lift you up. Otherwise, your hamstrings will do it all, and they will become very angry with you. 3 more. 3, 2, last time. 1, hold your hips up. Keep your glutes squeezing, yes. And then roll your spine all the way back down. This is the hard part. You got to keep your glutes strong, otherwise the hamstrings will take over. Glutes, glutes, glutes. Squeeze your butt as you roll through. Oh, fantastic. Then bring your legs in a tabletop. Glue them together, arms at your side, palms down. Keep your knees side by side. Inhale, lower both legs to one side, keeping the opposite shoulder down. Exhale, roll the legs up. Other side, so reach the legs to the side. Use your abdominals to roll up. This can also be done, remember, with your feet on the floor. Whenever we do our spine twist, you can have your feet down, right, to make it a little bit less stressful on the back. This is a great stretch, but it's also really good work for your obliques. But you've got to keep those shoulders and arms glued down to the floor. One more time. When you finish your last one, just hug your knees into your chest and then just roll yourself all the way back up. All right, so we're going to go onto our stomach, do a little bit of full lower back extension. It's a little swan dive prep. So the roller's at the front of your mat, okay? Your wrists are on the roller, halfway between your wrists and your elbows are on top of the roller. Feet are wide this time, heels are dropped in. So your hips are opened at the front. It's usually a fairly comfortable position. Starting with your head between the arms, draw the shoulder blades a little bit down and together so you don't feel like your shoulders are hiked up to your ears. Squeeze your glutes and press just gently your pubic bone into the floor. On an inhale, start to lift your eye line to look at your roller. Then think the movement's coming from your lower back. So your chest is starting to rise. You're extending through the lower back. The roller will move. It has to move to let you come up. And then when you exhale, reach out long through the top of your head as you lower. Your arms really shouldn't bend very much. You shouldn't be doing a lot of that. It's more pressing into the roller, stabilizing. It's a lot of lat and tricep work. I always feel my triceps the next day after this, kind of under my armpits, and I wonder, what did I do? It's usually this. So you're pressing into the roller, extending through your lower back. Glutes are strong. This is a great swan dive prep here. Last time. Perfect. Actually, let's do another one. Let's do one more. One more. It just feels so good. When you come out of that, you're going to press yourself up onto your hands and knees. And you're going to round the spine a little bit into flexion and sit towards your heels, just to release that spine. Awesome. Cool. All right, ab time. So I'm gonna get you to hold the roller in your hands. We're gonna do a little bit of rotation, okay? This can be done sitting on a chair, like at the front of the chair if your hips just are not happy at all. It's our half roll back position. So the knees are bent, and I'm gonna kind of angle myself so you can kind of get a better idea. Feet, knees, and shoulders are lined up. You're sitting up tall, arms in front, elbows are slightly bent. Perfect. All right, on an inhale, you're gonna float the roller up. On an exhale, you're gonna tuck and roll back, lower the roller. Now, inhale, reach the roller back up. Okay, it doesn't have to be over your head. The elbows should be slightly bent. Exhale, twist, 3 times. 2, 3. Come back to the center and inhale, other side. Twist 1, 2, 3. Come back to the middle, take an inhale. Exhale, fold over the legs, reach the roller towards your feet. Restack the spine up straight. Remember the rotation? It's through the rib cage. Exhale, roll back, so you're looking straight ahead. Inhale, float the roller up. Exhale, twist 1, 2, 3. Come to the center, inhale. Exhale, twist 1, 2, 3. Inhale to the center. Exhale, fold over the hips, reach the roller to your ankles. Restack it up one more time. This is also one from the short box on the reformer. Exhale, roll back. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, twist 3, 2, 1. Keep those legs still. Other side. 2, 3. Inhale to the center. Exhale, draw the ribs back as you flex forward. Inhale, restack the spine up and relax it down. Fantastic. Alrighty, guys, we are going to do a little bit of a quad roll since we've got our roller out. I would come towards the back of your mat, rollers up against your thighs, and just bring yourself down into a plank position, elbows bent, roller just above your knees, okay? Now don't just hang out here because it's really comfortable, but try to think of a plank position, okay? And then your feet shouldn't be turned out. I kind of want your hips to be neutral. It was hard to see, but see if you can get in that position. And then I want you to use your arms to press back so the roller rolls up towards your hips and pull back in. And you can adjust if you need to. You should be able just to be fairly comfortable rolling the roller forward and back, but try to maintain this plank position. Get a little core work while we do this. This might be too uncomfortable for you, especially if your roller is really hard. So a standing quad stretch would work, where you standing, grab your ankle, or hip flexor stretch. Ugh. Nice and painful here. Last time. It's good for us though. You don't need to roll too long. You don't want to go for too long, but 8 or 10 rolls should do the trick. And then bring yourself back off the roller. Fabulous. All right, we are going to do one round of some stability exercises lying on the roller. So you can do this with your rolled up towel as well. So we're going to sit back on the front, roll it down. Okay, so remember, if your feet are wider, it's more stable. If your arms are wide, it's more stable. So you can adjust as we go along. Try to start with your arms kind of at your sides. Legs are hip width apart. You're going to imprint. Lift your right knee up. This is very important. Right knee up. Left hand behind your head. Okay, I've got my right arm quite far out to the side, just in case you're wondering. Okay, so you want to be, actually let's stay neutral. Sorry, that's my bad. So neutral pelvis, so a little bit of an arch in the low back. Then when you exhale, I want you to curl your head and shoulders up and rotate towards your lifted leg. You should feel it in that right waist, and then come down, so the leg doesn't move. Lift and rotate. When you're rotating, think of it's almost your shoulder coming towards the outside of your leg. It's not just your elbow reaching, okay? The movement is from your waist and your ribs. Okay, still make sure you're fairly neutral. Now extend your legs straight as you lift up. Bend it as you come in for 5. 2. 3. Make sure you're lifting and twisting enough to get that work in the side of your waist. 4 and 5. Switch sides. So the other leg comes up, then the hand comes behind. 5 regular ones with the knee bent, and 5 with the leg extending. So these are the kind of exercises best done very slow and controlled to get the best out of them. Otherwise you won't necessarily feel much. Okay. 4, it's that last little bit. Right, that last little lift and rotation. 5, and then we're going to add the extension of the leg as you rotate. So lift, rotate, and extend. Making sure that you're as stable as you can be. You might find one side's a little bit more wobbly than the other, and that's pretty normal. Most people are a bit wonky, including myself. 2 more. Last time. Fantastic, and then bring everything back down. Okay, now we're going to imprint, excuse me, and then lift one leg up. So let's lift the right knee up just so we're all on the same page. Lift your left arm up. So we're imprinted this time, okay? Exhale, reach your leg out and your arm back without losing your imprint. So you should really have to work your abdominals. Bring it in and tap your knee, but make sure your knee is still lined up with your shoulder. Don't bring your leg across the center line. So you reach the arm back, bend the knee in, tap. If you stay imprinted and think of almost pressing the back of your rib cage into the roller a little bit, so your rib cage really closes in towards your hips. Last one here. You should hopefully get lots of ab work. And then bring it down. A lot of these ones, it's all about you really trying to contract your abdominals. Okay, so you're imprinted, reach it out. And tap. And out. And the breathing, like I always say, helps so much. So as your arm reaches behind, don't let the ribs pop. 2 more. Last time. Perfect, and then relax it all the way down. Okay, just for fun, be careful. We're going to try and see if we can do a 4-point lift. So we're going to imprint. Arms are wide for now. You're going to lift one leg and then the other into a tabletop. Okay, so you're imprinted. Knees above the hips. Perfect. Okay, now reach your right arm to the ceiling. How are we doing? Okay, now you're going to reach your right arm back, your left leg out. And up. Try to very lightly stabilize yourself with your left hand. Okay, so it's obviously going to help, but send the tension into the abdominals. That's where I want you to be working from. So try to relax your shoulder, relax the tension, just kind of light press into the floor if you need to. 2 more. Bring your right arm down, keep imprinted, other arm comes up, opposite arm and leg, and up. If it's too much, like anything, just bring the one foot down. 3. Woo-hoo-hoo. 3 more to go. There we go. See, I told you it was fun. 1. We don't have far to fall, right? So 2. You gotta have some fun while you do Pilates. And then bring the arms down, and then you can bring the legs down. Oh, all right, so let's roll off this roller. And we're gonna end with what my one of my favorite clients told me was one of her favorite stretches that she knows the class is almost over. It's our side mermaid. So the roller's going to be on your left side, and you're going to uncross your right leg. Okay, so you're trying to sit up nice and tall. Your right butt cheek might be lifted a bit from the mat. That's fine. You're going to start by inhaling to reach your top arm up, and then we're just going to exhale, bend. Inhale, come straight back up. Exhale, bend. So think of your bend coming from the side of your waist. That's where your movement starts. It's not pressing the roller away first. It's bend, and then eventually the roller has to move so that you can bend more. Now bring yourself up, reach your arm so that almost like both arms are on the same line, and then I want you to rotate towards your roller. You might not be able to reach it, but I want you to rotate and come back. So you're going to inhale. Oh yeah, exhale. Inhale as you rotate. And exhale. So you're pushing into the roller with one hand and reaching towards it with the other. So by pushing in as you twist, you'll feel a bit of more rotation. It helps you kind of come towards the roller. Last one. Bring yourself all the way up and then bend the other direction. Perfect. And then we'll go through the other side. So swap the legs around, swap the roller around. And again, your one butt cheek might be a little bit further off the mat than the other. That's fine. Just try to keep it pretty much where it is. So you're going to inhale, lift that left arm up. Exhale, bend. Inhale, come up. So again, you're going through that side bend stretch. And again, it's always the bend is what starts the exercise. Okay, one more and then we're going to add that little twisty part here. So you're going to come up and bring the arm down. So you're kind of in that long line, hand to hand. And then I want you to inhale, rotate, and reach. Exhale up. So press in with that one hand on the roller to help facilitate the rotation. You'll feel a bit of a better stretch when you do it like that. So inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. A couple more here. This should really loosen you up. Last time. Come out of your side bend, take your opposite arm and bend to the opposite side. Fabulous. And then I'm going to get you guys to come for your last stretch here. Roller's going to come to the front of the mat. Hands are on top. I want you to bring your back straight and I want you to sit right towards your heels, as far down as you can. Okay, so you're going to start in this nice straight back position. Take an inhale. On an exhale, I want you to tuck your tailbone under and round your spine. Take an inhale here. Exhale, uncurl your tailbone, lengthen out your spine, and press the roller forward. Okay, so exhale, tuck the tailbone under, round the spine. Inhale, hold it. Exhale, uncurl the tailbone first, lengthen out the spine, then you can keep pressing the roller forward. Take an inhale to hold it. Exhale, tuck and round. Draw those abdominals up. Inhale. Exhale, uncurl and lengthen out. So it's a cat-cow type stretch just to work through a little bit of flexion, and then I'm going to add extension. So you're going to uncurl your tailbone, and then instead of just holding it on your inhale, I want you to press into the roller and think of lifting your chest up slightly. That's your inhale. Exhale, tuck and round. Inhale, hold it. Exhale, uncurl. Inhale, press into the roller, lift the chest up. Exhale, round. Breathe nice and laterally into the side of the ribs, and then exhale, uncurl. Inhale, lift the chin and chest. One more time. Exhale, breathe in to hold it. Exhale, uncurl. Inhale, lift the chest. And then just press the roller forward, lowering your chest towards the floor. And then when you're ready, just release yourself all the way back up. A couple shoulder rolls through here, and you're finished. I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was a lot of ab work. At least I got a lot of ab work on that. But a lot of mobility stuff, so a lot of rotation and extension and flexion. So hopefully you're feeling a little bit looser than you did when you started. And thanks again for joining me. Next week we'll be still posting our Tuesday, Thursday mat work classes on our YouTube channel and Facebook page. And the studio opens officially Tuesday, July 7th. So yeah, if you haven't checked out the website, check it out, our schedule, and all our cool package prices and specials are on there. Thanks again, and I will see you next time.